Hi, Rana.
Thank you.
For what?
Finally calling me by my name.
Call me when you want. Call me when you need it. Call me by Rana. I'll be on my way.
Oh, I don't know what that is. What was all that?
Lil Nas X.
Oh, dear. How is Lil Nas X?
That's a great
Does anyone
question.
know? Has anyone had an update?
Dante, any updates on Lil Nas X?
Poor Lil Nas X.
That's too bad. I know.
Yeah.
I feel badly for him.
He's super creative and very
so
talented.
Yeah. So talented.
He just needs the right people around him that are getting him what he needs.
Rana, I'm so happy to see you.
I'm happy to be seen.
Listen, much like an avatar, I always see you. That's what they say to each other. I see you.
In the movie Avatar?
Yes, it's like their love language.
Did you watch any of these other ones that came out?
I watched The Way of Water. Do you remember when that was the sequel? One? Yes.
How many are there? Aren't there supposed to be 15 or 16 of them?
Yeah, there's supposed to be a bunch coming. But remember, I'll never forget. So Edie Falco's in the second one.
Oh, dear.
And the movie came out and she had no idea. She said, I thought it came out like a year ago and just didn't do well.
Well, did they promote it?
No.
I don't know. Yeah, but they gave him about $1 billion, James Cameron, to make
No, I think they did promote it, but she just thought that they had shot it so long before that she thought, I guess it came out and tanked.
They didn't ask her to promote it, I guess. She wasn't on the satellite tour.
Too bad.
Do people know what a satellite tour is? Should we tell them? This is when they sit you in a room and they just
50 interviews back to back.
Well, the satellite tour used to be, now they would do it on a Zoom probably.
Right.
But it used to be that they would just say, okay, coming on the screen is the next person. And then that person would say, hey, it's Bob Boozy from Topeka, Kansas. My listeners, what they really want to know is what was your favorite tasty treat on set?
100%.
Oh, God.
Do you remember Paula Abdul's?
That's how that grueling story came out about Colin Farrell making...
the sex tape?
No. Oh, gosh. I'd like to see that, though. But making Margot Robbie potato chip sandwiches on bread.
Honestly, it sounds okay, but who gives a shit?
Well, he realized she liked them, and then he made her one every day and brought her one every day.
That's the mistake of saying you like something.
Yeah, but also these set tricks, these set relationships.
Wonderful pulling pranks.
Bringing somebody a sandwich every day so that they, love you or whatever. I mean, come on.
Do you remember how Mel Gibson would just literally put a rat in people's dressing rooms because he thought it was funny?
Did not know
what
that.
a psycho.
I did not know that. That's interesting.
And he'd be like, I was doing a prank. What? That's terrorizing somebody.
The poor guy that started an Apocalypto, he was arrested again the other day.
What Google alert do you have on for him? What are your settings?
I don't know where I found that. I mean,
bad.
I'm in corners of the internet that
no kidding.
How my algorithm serves me half of what it serves me, I don't know. How are you today, sweetheart?
You know what? I'm here.
Yeah. I'm queer. Get used to it.
I had my show, my third LA show last night.
Oh, how did it go? Oh my goodness,
Sold
I forgot
out,
to
went
ask.
Fabulous. Some of our gorgeous
I'm
Carriage
sorry
House
that I
members
forgot to
were there.
ask.
Oh, why? I've only done it a million times. Who cares?
Who was there?
Julia was there. Can you imagine?
Wonderful. Julia, yeah.
Matthew from San Diego drove up. Remember, he was also at our Boston show with the Hermes scarf.
Of course. How dare you ask me if I know who Matthew from San Diego is?
I know you know.
He's a cardiologist.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it went great. It couldn't have gone better. I was so happy with it.
I'm so happy. I'm so sorry I didn't ask. Rude.
Don't be. Please. Who cares?
Rude.
Who cares? Who else was there that you
What's the next holiday coming up? Thanksgiving? I'm in Canada, they don't have Thanksgiving. They already had it.
They already had it in September or something, right?
And I have to say, no, it's in October. And I have to say, I always thought that was ridiculous. But the truth is, you put on so many pounds between Thanksgiving and the March to Christmas.
Oh.
They do it in the middle of October, and they don't make that big of a deal of it.
Right.
So you don't really gain those 4 pounds. And if you do, you lose them by the time the Christmas season rolls around. It's very reasonable. Very reasonable approach.
My family's coming.
Hot smart.
Hot smart.
Yep.
My family's coming to New York for Thanksgiving. I don't know if I told you this.
Oh, what's on the agenda?
Well, one of the big things is
Paddington the musical. Sorry, that hasn't transferred from London yet.
No, my nieces really want to see the Radio City Christmas show. So we'll see that.
Sure. Did you get tickets?
Of course.
Incredible.
And
good tickets?
Yeah, they were good. They were good.
How'd you pull that off?
I don't know. I don't know. I did. You
just went online. And
that's my Christmas present to everyone. I bought the tickets for that.
Great.
So yeah. And obviously we'll do like a Thanksgiving meal. We have some other stuff in the works that we'll see about.
What do you mean, obviously we'll do like a Thanksgiving meal? That feels very skipped over.
Well, no. I mean, like, we'll book at a restaurant. I have a couple of feelers. I mean, I've booked, you know me, I booked at like 3 places basically. So we'll see where it ends up.
Can I ask?
Yeah, of course. Scotto, Fresco by Scotto, which is near the hotel, which is nice.
Rosanna Scotto?
I can't believe you know who that is.
Of course.
It's her family that owns it.
Uh-huh.
I did not tell you what happened to me that last year on Thanksgiving there, because I also ate there last year?
No.
She went table by table. She came in like
she was there.
Wrecking ball. She did it was almost like she was doing live via satellite.
Maybe that's her, she goes around the tables like Johnny Roast Beef at Rayo's.
She's a New York one, for those of you who don't know. She's like a local newscaster.
Yeah.
She has a newscaster voice, an old school newscaster voice. She went table by table saying, Happy Thanksgiving, and trying to said something about the family. At that moment, my private client went to the restroom. And I was there by myself.
Well, he wouldn't know who Rosanna.
No,
that's one of the problems with him is he doesn't know who Rosanna Scotto is.
So she was talking to the table next to us. And she was like, isn't it so nice to be here with family on Thanksgiving? And then she came to my table. My private client was gone, so it was just me. And she goes, and it's fun to celebrate Thanksgiving by yourself, too. And it was the most humiliating.
So
and every
table. How fun. You probably loved every minute of it.
I hated it. I was like, where is the client? But
you had a 2-person Thanksgiving at Fresco by Scotto.
Looking back, I would have done it differently.
And you're thinking about going back there.
And then we saw Conclave. Looking back, I would have done it
that's fun day.
Yeah, that was fun.
So Fresco by Scotto, and what's the other one? I'm going to look it up because I don't know what I want to see what the decor looks like.
The Lambs Club, which I love.
The Lambs Club. What's that?
It's at the Chatwall Hotel. It's just this old school, like really pretty room. It has a giant fireplace. It's not very big, but it's very nice. And
I think I like that idea.
The third one was
Food looks
Maria.
pretty good at Fresco by Scotto.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be good. I mean, it was good last year. And then the third one was Maria.
So were you doing Italian on purpose?
No, isn't that funny?
I mean, it's Thanksgiving. I guess they'll have turkey pasta.
No, they do. They do. No, they'll do the whole thing. They do the whole
turkey bolognese.
Right. Well, I wanted to do it at like the Plaza or something, but they don't have a Thanksgiving meal.
The Plaza? What's that?
The hotel, the Plaza, whatever. Like I was trying to think of something iconically New York, and like those places don't really offer it. They have like a Thanksgiving tea, which what do I?
You mean like Minetta Tavern or something like that?
No, not really Minetta Tavern.
Oh, okay. All right. Sorry I asked. What about the Polo restaurant? No?
I wonder if they're doing what, but can you really take little kids there?
Oh, how many littles have you got? How old are the littles?
There's 2 littles.
Oh, the pancakes look very good at the Lambs Club.
Honestly, it's really pretty and it's a nice vibe.
Yeah. And the food's good?
Very good. Very good. They have a very limited menu. It's like, 5 to 10 things on the menu, but they're all very good.
I like this.
And the martini's outrageous. It's so good. And it's freezing cold, which I love.
A frozen martini, huh?
It's not frozen. It's just very cold.
But very well chilled.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think it's going to be a night to remember. Can I say that?
God, I hope. I mean, I'd love to get laid after that meal. We'll see.
Do you think Thanksgiving is the night of the year where people have the least amount of intercourse?
It has to be, right?
Or is there another night?
No, it has to be that night.
Who has intercourse on Thanksgiving night is what I want to know.
I have no idea, but I do know I was conceived right around Thanksgiving. So
interesting.
I think.
Right.
No, maybe it would have been earlier.
July, baby.
Would have been earlier. Yeah.
Yeah. Fall. Little fall delight.
But Thanksgiving's got to be the least horny time in America.
It's just, every man for himself on Thanksgiving. Yeah.
I think I'd be too lazy for it to be every man for himself.
Well, we'll miss you at the vineyard. We will.
First of all, I wasn't even invited.
Well, I knew you were going to be with your family.
No,
sweetheart.
you didn't. I just told you right now.
I didn't want you to feel torn, you know?
No, but I wouldn't have. I just needed a little notice.
No, but Tony told me you asked for that time off, so I knew you were going to be with your family.
No, Tony couldn't have said that because I didn't.
Tony let me know you weren't able to record around those days, and so the respectful thing to do seemed to not give you a conflict.
Tony, do you remember me having that conversation with you?
So we will miss you. We will miss you. Tony had to go to the bathroom for a moment.
He did?
He'd take a bathroom break. He texted me in the chat.
Will you do me a favor? Will you remind me to ask him?
Sure.
Okay.
I'd be happy to.
Okay, thank you.
Is there anything else we need to cover?
Absolutely nothing coming from my lips.
Yeah. We should do actually something very important we need to cover, which is that Ronica is on its way.
Oh my God.
And we're going to be recording it this week, to be totally honest with people. So if you're hearing this now and you have absolutely anything to say, and I don't send me your trash.
Send me your treasures.
There have been people in years past that have rummaged through their junk drawer.
No, they're like, go down to the balloon saloon and get a dozen balloons. And you know what I mean?
Do you have all the Toy Story action figures, Rana? It's a complete set, whatever.
True.
Yeah.
It's so true.
I'd take a pack of hot dogs over that.
Me too. I'll take a pack of hot dogs right now. But I'll tell you this, Rhonda. I need to go over my list again because I started a very comprehensive list, but I realized I did it while I was in bed with the flu, totally hopped up on Dayquil.
Oh, that's happened to you before. So you've done it in a fever dream.
It's true. So I need to go back and curate. But that's so exciting. Oh, I love it.
So we'll be recording Ronica. And Tony, I can't remember what form it takes. What did we do last year? Did we save the fantasy for people on Patreon? I can't remember. Was it one episode and then the people on Patreon got our top picks? Is that what it was? Something like that. Anyway, there'll be some sort of Patreon exclusive. I can guarantee that. Fantasy was on Patreon, says Tony. Yeah. In any event, well, you know what we'll do, Brian? We'll announce the format when it happens. How's that sound? This is our show.
I'm all for it. I vote
This is our show. This is our city. Who
Hands
says
off my
that?
city.
Yes, this is our city. Anyway.
The Mighty Ducks.
We have any...
They have to say that, right?
If they don't, they've really missed an opportunity.
Yeah.
The spooky key was incredible. It was in no way what I was expecting.
Ridiculous.
It was no way what I was expecting. Marlis popped in. Maybe she landed off a flight and then got on another flight, and she popped in for about 2 seconds, and she said, "What's going on here?" I said, "Absolutely not, Marlis.
We can't even discuss this.
Don't you dare walk
went off
in
the rails
on Act 3 of this film and ask what's going on here."
No.
It was unbelievable.
Right.
And the drink was incredible. Connor was not there to play school teacher for us, unfortunately.
He wasn't.
So I had to be the school teacher. But anyone that has signed up, they get the video. They can watch the video, of course. We have so much exciting stuff coming up for holiday. I've been working very, very hard in the lab to come up with something that I think
and what the lab has created is going to be...
I think it's cozy and delectable.
Honestly, I'll be honest, Rana, it's actually what 2025 needs. God willing, we get some good news this week.
If we can get through it.
That's right.
If we can get through it.
That's right.
2025. Yeah.
That's right.
But we don't know what will have happened. It's election day today, so we don't know what's going on.
We don't
know. In any event, we have a really terrific guest today. There's Popular and then there's Anjali. You know what I mean? She is like in another stratosphere altogether.
That's right.
And I absolutely can't wait for people to spend a little time with her. Without further ado, should we bring her in?
Without further ado. I don't know why I said it like that.
Without further ado,
Anjali Bhimani. Rana, are you still using Windows? I heard something about Windows. I was curious. Are you on a PC today, or?
Oh, that's cute, Brian. That's very cute. No, I was talking about Windows as in the program that Steve Jobs stole from the Xerox Corporation in order to create Apple's earliest software.
You know what, though?
I wasn't talking about Bill Gates' Windows. But thank you for trying to date me. Actually, I dated myself by remembering how Windows ever came to be in the first place.
I'm so young, I've never even heard of Xerox.
Oh.
But I have to tell you, today we have a true ageless beauty, multitasker. I mean, she's not going to say it, but I'm going to say
to be doing all this nonsense, whatever this stupid
that dates
stuff
you, Rana,
she's
right
doing.
there.
No, you know what? I think it's still okay to tell women they're beautiful.
Fair enough.
I was at the playground
She's a stunner.
today.
I hate to tell everybody.
A 4-year-old said to one of the mothers who was there with her 4-year-old, he said to her, "Is that your sister?" And she was flattered by that, even though he was 4. And I said, "Boy, women are easy. Could you believe it?"
Can you believe it?
She said, "No, I'm her mother."
Well, I got to say, Anjali Bhimani makes it look easy because she only does about 1,000 different things at once. You, of course, know her from several different mediums.
Miss Marvel.
Excuse Miss
Ever
Marvel.
Heard of it? Ever heard of Miss Marvel?
On Disney Plus, you've also seen her on Dead to Me, a show I was deeply obsessed with. She's also friends with our friend of the show, Ryan O'Connell, who we adore. She was on Special way back when, which we love. But not to mention that she is like the... I don't know.
That's what you know her from,
That's what I know. But then there's an entirely different superstar world
of animals.
Of role-playing games that is like... I don't know.
Millions and millions of people are enjoying a parasocial relationship with this beautiful woman. That's what's going on.
Please welcome to the stage, Anjali Bhimani.
You can't see this, audience at home, because I am a woman of olive complexion, but I am blushing burgundy right now. Because
they'll see it on our Instagram.
Oh, look at that! We'll show them on the Insta.
Yeah, that's how old we are. We still have
reflecting
Instagram.
my sweater. Talking about old, you were talking about Xerox and IBM and all of this stuff. The other day being yesterday, so now we know again. Like that'll date me that I can't remember that yesterday was the other day. I was talking with someone and I literally said, I totally remember when we were in college and they were saying to us, "Hey, listen, we're going to install this thing on your computer here as students. It's called the Ethernet." And I was like, that sounds shady. I don't want anyone setting that up on my computer. Yeah.
The Ethernet or the internet?
They said Ethernet.
Because the Ethernet is the cable.
That's what I'm saying. They were going to install. That's why I was like, they were going to install these Ethernet situation. I know, trust me, this much I know. I'm not a tech Indian, but I definitely like she that much I remember them calling it Ethernet at the time.
I
think they wanted to give us the cables to connect us to the internet on campus.
I remember the whole Ethernet fiasco,
makes perfect sense.
And I tapped out so quickly.
So you're not even on the internet, Brian?
Do I have Ethernet or internet?
I know, but are you no longer on the internet? Is that what you're trying to tell us?
I'm on it right now, Rana, recording this.
It's the place to be. Is it still the place to be?
You know what? I'm going to take my surfboard. I'm going to get on that web and I'm going to ride.
Have you won a teen? That's a good question. Have you won a Teen Choice Award? I meant to ask that question.
Anjali, if you won a Teen Choice Award.
I would love a Teen Choice.
You'd have a giant surfboard.
Who wouldn't love to be the choice of teens? That sounded wrong, but I stand by my word.
I have seen one in real life before. I was at a party. I was on a show once that Ashley Tisdale produced, and she had a party, and there were several Teen Choice surfboards in that.
Wow. I know what do you do with them? They're just a problem. They're giving you a problem.
Oh, I disagree.
I wonder if they're seaworthy.
Look, my husband used to surf, so I feel like having one of those in the house would be an absolute badge of honor for multiple reasons. I think he'd appreciate it. I think he'd appreciate it as a work of art.
Now,
should we explain why we're here today, Brian? Because
we're here to give advice.
The sad people are waiting. They're so
waiting.
sad.
I know this, but I just want everyone to understand that if you admire this working person as much as I do, you have plenty of opportunities to see her and see what she does.
Yes.
Coming up.
There's a live show, excuse me.
There's
and
a
I don't
live
just
show.
Mean a live show.
There's a fundraiser.
It's like a
new show.
A whistle stop tour.
She has a new show, an exciting fundraiser, and a live show coming up. So should we start with Tales from Woodcreek?
Yes, let's start with Tales from Woodcreek. So I don't know how many of your listeners are familiar with the the tabletop role-playing game genre.
I gotta say,
Six-
I am
at
actually
least
familiar
6 to
with
7.
it. I'm not necessarily a savant at it, but I at least
No,
know what it is.
So,
Yes.
so back in our day, back in 1974, a game called Dungeons and Dragons was invented.
Of course,
And
everyone knows Dungeons and Dragons.
Well, everyone on this call does, but not everyone.
Oh, but it is the premier.
But it is the main, as far as tabletop role-playing games, that's the one that everybody thinks of when they think of TTRPGs, kind of in the mainstream. And so,
by the way, if you're a fan of improv, like you should be a fan of role-playing games because it's essentially like Groundlings, except maybe elevated.
Exactly.
Yeah. I love it.
So for D&D and for generally for tabletop role-playing games, but I'll specifically talk about D&D. Basically what you're doing is you're improvising a story. It's collaborative storytelling with your friends at a table. But instead of some audience member shouting at you on the stage and saying, hey, you're shooting a porno in a laundromat,
you get a suggestion from the game.
Exactly. You get your suggestions from the dungeon master, or if you're playing a different game, the game master. And they kind of set the scene for you and play some of the other characters. But the real sort of chaos aspect of it, which is really delightful, is that you roll dice to basically determine how well or how poorly you are able to do things that you choose to do while you're playing. So with that kind of collaborative storytelling theme that's going on, some friends of mine and I, Deborah Ann Wall, who everybody knows from Daredevil and True Blood, million other things. She is also one of the preeminent dungeon masters in the D&D space. And so she and our friend Ed Gass Donnelly, who's another one of the producers, they came up with this show, which is sort of a hybrid between Dungeons and Dragons, an escape room, and the show Traders.
So it's
ding, ding, and ding. Love.
Speaking Brian's language.
We are, when they told me what it was, I kind of wasn't paying attention. She texts, look, when Deborah Ann Wall texts you and says, hey, you want to do this thing with me? You say yes before you really know what it is, which is what I do anytime she sends a message. She says, ask a question. I'm like, yes, tell me whatever you want. So what it was we ended up filming in this historical village up in Toronto, and we were going to be shooting I thought we were just going to be playing the game in these beautiful historical buildings, but no. Oh no. By the end of this show, we're running in the forest at night. We're doing puzzles. We're running up and down stairs in these buildings. There are ghost stories. It's this incredible.
Oh, that's so fun.
It's so fun. I sort of don't.
This is my nightmare.
I was going to say, this is Rana's.
To have to do anything, any jumping.
Look, babe, I did it in high heels.
And I come, that's my nightmare.
Because I don't wear flats, generally speaking. So I showed up every day of shooting in my big old high heel boots. And sure enough, that final night, it was nighttime. We had lanterns and we were running through the forest.
Good for you.
So I was like, keep up. If Ginger Rogers can do it, so can I.
So where can people watch that?
People can watch this on the Dungeon Dudes YouTube channel because they are the other two main cast members.
Okay,
it's Kelly McLaughlin
and
Montgomery Martin and Monty Martin.
And what about the tour that you're doing also that you're always doing being a dungeon master?
Yes. So also in continuing with the Dungeons and Dragons theme, I am both a guest star in and a co-producer of the national tour of a show called the 20 Sided Tavern, which is a combination between Dungeons and Dragons, live form improv, and mobile gaming, because the audience members get to make decisions for us, including who we are playing in the show from their mobile phones, from their seats.
I do love an interactive show.
Interactive, immersive. We're running through the audience. People are answering riddles to help us out, giving our characters names, all sorts of fun stuff.
My dream, Rana's nightmare.
My other nightmare.
Your other nightmare.
Excellent,
so
excellent.
I will be there with a different friend.
Well, here's the good part, Rana, is that the crowd work is our job, and the crowd gets to be as involved or not involved as they want to be.
Okay.
So there's a real
threshold.
Let's talk about the one I'm really interested. Let's talk about the puppy roll.
Yes. So
not to be confused with the puppy bowl. Another one of my favorites.
Exactly. The puppy bowl to me is the most
Victoria's Secret.
That to me is the most important. It's the most important sporting event of the year. Is the puppy bowl every year.
No question.
And so
followed closely by the dog show.
True.
Yeah.
But third, only to that, is now the Puppy Bowl, which is in its second year. We just finished the live stream a couple of weeks ago, but the fundraiser is continuing. And this is where some notable faces from television, film, gaming, all over come to our studio here in West Hollywood and play Dungeons and Dragons as our pets. So I play as
what kind of pets have you got? Yeah.
Well, I play as our dear, sweet, and now dearly departed little Chihuahua Pomeranian, Charlie, who is also the mayor of Doggo, which is the town that all of the dogs convene in during the puppy roll. Because what better name for a town full of dogs than Doggo?
Honestly,
where dogs go. I don't understand why you would call it anything else. But we do this in order to raise funds and awareness for Petco Love, which is a wonderful 501c3 organization that helps with rescue efforts all over the country. They did amazing work during the fires here in Los Angeles earlier this year, the floods that happened in Texas. They have a wonderful platform called Petco Love Lost, which is essentially an image recognition database where you can register your pet, your cat, your dog, whatever. You register, take a picture of them, register them there, and then if they get found, whether it's a natural disaster or they just get out.
Use of that technology.
So fantastic, and the people who are running that program, I mean, they are just some of the kindest. It could be obviously someone who goes into animal rescue is someone with a big heart, but it could also be a very sad thing to be doing that day in and out. These folks come in with a level of joy that is unprecedented. They are just full because they brought puppies to a red carpet, which I was at, and I was just
who could resist?
No, immediately.
It
was perfect. I was like, forget the after party. I'm sitting in the pen with the dogs. It was just and that. So between meeting them there and my love of Dungeons and Dragons and knowing I wanted to create something like this, specifically inspired by Charlie. And this year it means a lot more after having just lost him. So we are doing that, and you can find out all about it at thepuppyroll.com/watch. You can watch the whole stream. You can go to our Tiltify page or our website.
Okay, just donate.
There's all sorts of fun stuff you can get on there, fun rewards. There are dice for those of you gamers who are interested.
I have to say, there are probably more gamers listening than you'd think, because gaming, we have a very queer audience, and gaming is a very queer thing.
Okay. No. Then not only that, but these are also my beloved gamers who love one of my characters, whose name is Symmetra in Overwatch.
Yes, so I bet plenty of people know this because it's a very queer thing to do. Rana, see, you're dating yourself again, because Rana still thinks queer is pejorative.
No, I think queer means strange. Am I wrong?
I mean, it can be
used in that context. Absolutely.
Well, she means it as a slur.
Whole different thing. Look, when I'm talking with my British friends who are going out for a cigarette, we have similar concerns because because of the words that they use. So yes.
So please, everyone, go
to Puppy Roll.
Go to
Role Play Roll.
Go to San Diego.
Go in live to see the roll.
Here's the plan. Here's what you do. You go. You take your Friday. You watch Tales from Woodcreek, which streams on Fridays.
Terrific.
Then over the weekend, you come see us in the 20 Sided Tavern.
Fabulous.
I'm going to be doing it in San Diego real soon, and then it's coming to Los Angeles. And then when you're all amped up from all the D&D, you go to the Puppy Roll, you watch the adorable dogs. We actually do have an adorable corgi, courtesy of Matthew Mercer, who shows up on the stream.
I love a corgi.
Who doesn't love a corgi? And they're
so cute.
They're floofy little butts.
All I want to do is cuddle them.
Can I just say, we've expended a lot of energy talking about saving dogs. Okay,
Rana, you're a real Grinch.
Okay. In fairness, this year we did add.
Let's save them.
This year we did add a couple of cats to the mix.
That was my. Look, all animals I want to be happy and healthy and have lovely homes. But there are desperate people listening to this show.
Yes,
who absolutely. These people are, and they send in these questions that you can't believe, between you and me. That you can't.
But a lot of their problems could be solved by a dog or a cat.
Well, that is true. We talk about pets a lot on this show.
My pet saved my life after a terrible breakup, and right when I was coming out of what I like to call head from ass extraction, this dog shows up in my life. and completely changed who I was. Like I am a
My
completely
dog
different human being.
might
And
have aided in a breakup, but
well, Sherman always wanted Derek for
he
himself,
always-
but I can't.
he
really
always
blame
wanted
him.
my ex-partner's attention. Really, I came in second. He had no respect for me.
They do
but I
have
was
a
cool
way
with
of
it.
highlighting the fissures in the system
became
there.
very clear that I was the one who was adopted. Very quickly. I was the third wheel, for sure.
Fair.
Should we get to some advice? What do you
Let's
think?
do this.
Here, let me put on my very serious glasses.
Yes, of course. And by the way,
definitely.
I should tell you right now, Anjali, that these are not simple 2 or 3 line questions. These are generally essays.
Excellent.
So
I'm here for
very
it.
well written and they're very involved.
I have to tell
I'm absolutely here
Anjali.
for it.
Yeah.
There was a commercial that had a jingle that went,
I can bring home the bacon.
Anjali.
Right up in the pan.
Anjali.
But I will never let you forget you're a man, 'cause I'm a woman. Anjali.
There you go.
Why would they keep
There
saying
you
the
go.
name Anjali?
It was
Because
the
that was the
perfume.
name of the perfume. Why would they say your name? That's so
I
weird.
didn't understand.
So there you go.
It made
Can you
no sense to
imagine?
me.
Can you imagine if they were
threw
just
in
like
that word?
Brian?
Spelled differently. But that's
Run.
what it was.
They just like decided to
Yeah.
throw names in randomly. I'm gonna have to take these glasses
Wow.
off because that ring light is
Mine is on.
annoying.
It is the center of the sun is on my
yes,
face right now.
exactly. So we'll take that off. I'll be serious without glasses. I mean, I can be
You
serious.
could do it.
Brian
here.
Darling, you're going to be the reader
Dearest.
of this first one. And just so Anjali knows, and I think we've discussed, people ask a question, they get an answer. That's how we do it around here. Okay?
That's
we
right.
don't pull any punches. We're not trying to hurt anyone's feelings. But if you send a question, you're going to get an answer. And that's whatever your take is, your instinct, etc., etc. I think I said etc., etc.
Excedrin.
Etc.,
Yes.
etc.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sponsored by Excedrin.
Go
Yep.
with that. All right, darling.
Mm-hmm.
Here
Okay,
we go.
Brian, let her rip. As they
Hello,
say.
Rana and Brian, and special guest. I love your podcast and I've been listening for years. Life has been pretty simple for me over the past several years, and I always wondered if I would ever have an issue pop up in my life that would warrant a question for this podcast.
Okay.
But now I do. I'm a 39-year-old gay man living in Denver, and I've been with my boyfriend for a little over 2.5 years. About 9 months ago, we decided to move in together, and things have been going pretty well for the most part. My boyfriend's a bit messy. I'm very tidy. So that's been the biggest conflict in our relationship since moving in together. But all in all, it's been a pretty fun ride with him.
Okay.
I work a demanding job, and I've been experiencing a lot of burnout at work. So I decided to take a week off to simply relax at home. Oh no, I'm actually nervous.
I'm afraid to.
Well, after one day of doing nothing, I got bored, here we go, and decided to do a deep clean of the apartment. I.e., steam cleaning the sofa, washing baseboards. My God. Wiping down the blinds. The first day of my cleaning, I first wanted to switch summer clothes for winter clothes in the closet.
Sure.
By the way, I'm obsessed with the level of this detail.
Me
The
too.
majority of our winter clothes are stored in our respective suitcases. I opened one of his suitcases and a bunch of his summer clothes to place on the bed. You'll never believe what falls out.
Okay.
A gun.
Oh.
I wasn't expecting that. I thought for sure.
Like, yeah, we're thinking like an
communication with a
affair
guy.
or
Exactly.
something. Woo, okay,
Just
all right.
David Harbour's Dwayne Reed bag tied up with all those sex toys in it. Anyone hear Lily Allen's new album? Okay. I was pretty frightened, to be honest, and it took me a moment to register what was happening.
Huh.
A bit about my boyfriend. He's from New York City, also 43, and is an attorney. I am also from New York and a chemist. We have a handful of conversations. Oh, by the way, why is an attorney and a chemist living out of suitcases?
Maybe they travel a lot. I don't know.
That's true.
I like my suitcases. I haven't
guess
unpacked
mine
my
are-
suitcases.
mine are
since,
always
like
basically
2008, my suitcases have been downstairs. Since before we even lived here, my suitcases have been downstairs in
That's
our.
true.
Are they living out of suitcases or would they just keeping things
storing
in these
things. That's
suitcases?
That makes sense too.
Yeah, which, does it? But yeah. Well, the apartments, they have them under the bed because the place isn't that big. And so they need storage. So where do they
Fair.
put the suitcases? So they put things in the suitcases. That's my guess.
We've had a handful of conversations over the past 2.5 years about firearms, but I vividly remember him telling me he's never even fired a gun before. Also, this is a random memory, but we watched a movie a couple of years ago on Netflix called Intrusion. I gotta say, I haven't seen it. It's a horrible title.
Oh, wow.
Well, and in but a home invasion, right?
Okay. One would hope so.
And in the beginning, the wife discovers that the husband had a gun that she didn't know about. I remember my boyfriend saying that it would be so disrespectful for a partner to bring a gun in the home without the other partner knowing.
Oh, this is madness.
Wow. Well, now here we are. When my boyfriend came home from work, I confronted him about what I found, and he apologized for keeping the secret, but tried to justify having it by referencing the, quote, the world we live in right now.
Oh, boy.
He's a white male, but
I'm Colorado?
He's a white male, but I'm a person of color who ICE is targeting, so I understand where he's coming from. But I don't think that justifies bringing a firearm into our shared living space without me knowing. I weirdly feel betrayed by this situation, and I'm not sure how to move forward. He did take the gun to his friend's house and stored it there, which brings some relief. But he still seems pretty steadfast in wanting to be armed in his home to protect himself and me, I suppose. The whole situation actually makes me question the future of our relationship, which scares me because I do love him. But he's not been very open to a negotiation regarding a gun being in the home. A few of my very close friends think I'm overreacting. That genuinely surprised me. So that's when I decided to write in for your wisdom. So grateful for you both. Love, S. There's 2 PSs here.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
P.S. I brought up the fact we're both from New York City to only highlight the fact that neither one of us are from places where gun ownership is paramount.
Culture.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
P.P.S. When I asked him about never shooting a gun before in the past, he said that was true. But in the past 3 months, he's been taking firing lessons, which made him comfortable enough to buy and own a gun. Okay, so that's everything.
That's important information. Okay, I have so many
Anjali,
thoughts already.
What do you think?
I have so many. So I feel like there are 2 separate issues here.
Yeah.
One is the whole gun situation, but the other is, and what jumped out at me was, weirdly, I feel betrayed. There is nothing weird about feeling betrayed. Betrayal doesn't only come from an affair.
Right.
Yes.
Betrayal is when someone takes your sense of what your reality is and completely upends it.
Well said.
And that can happen financially. That can happen when you find out they are a different person. That can happen when they tell a lie that seems like it's not that big to them, but really, really rocks your own sense of safety or understanding or whatever. So that I would hope that this person could at least give themselves the freedom to say, just because nobody else is bothered by it does not mean you shouldn't, you don't have a right to be.
Well said. Very well said.
The gun thing, interesting. Like, this is actually a conversation my husband and I have had many times. I have shot a gun several times at like girls' night at the range. Don't ask me why women have invited me to that. Maybe they think that that's my thing because I'm in video games, but whatever. But I have nothing against.
It's very.
I have nothing against. That idea. It is. It's Orange County. I actually, the first time I did it was in New York. It was like, it was like a ladies singles night at the gun range.
Yes, no, I have heard of these things.
Yeah. So, and I don't want to. Again, I have nothing against responsible gun ownership when it comes, especially when it's people who have actually trained, who have registered their guns, who have all of those things. Obviously, we live in a country where no one's going to take all the guns away. It's not going to happen.
Cat's out of the bag.
Exactly. The toothpaste is out of the tube. That's never going to happen. So people being responsible about it, I am here for. The irresponsibility of having that in your suitcase or of hiding that there without telling your partner it's in the house that's a tough one. My husband very much wanted to get us one when things were looking a little dicey here in Los Angeles for a period of time in 2020. And I said, we can have a gun in the house when you can fire it better than anyone else. Like, I want you to train. If we don't go train, then that's a dangerous thing.
Right.
Then it's too dangerous. Can be used against
it. Speaking of responsible gun ownership, as you mentioned, like, to have a gun in your home without it being in a gun safe or something is wild.
What if you just decided I'm going to wash all these clothes in this suitcase and just empty the contents of the suitcase instead of meticulously taking them out? I mean, I assume it's obviously in a case, right?
Right. Or it has the safety on or whatever at the very least.
That it's sort of, in a case that's closed or whatever.
But I also think our own shock aside.
I can't imagine that terror that you felt.
And
the betrayal is the word. It is.
And it is a betrayal. And I don't know the timeline of him saying that misleading thing of watching that movie and being like, I can't imagine ever doing that. Like you know what I mean? It's a little bit like, oh no, I would never eat the cake in the fridge that doesn't belong to me and your face is covered with cake. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know the timeline, like whether he had the gun then or not. But I have to say this is, because I'll tell you what is scary in this moment. I'm not saying this about his husband. What is scary in this moment is the people who switch on you that you never imagined. The people who become different politically or who suddenly have different, like that. It's wild. And I don't know that necessarily your husband has become full MAGA and this and this and this, but a gun in the home is a conversation for everyone because everyone needs to know where the gun is and everyone needs to know that the gun is locked up. And it is, frankly, and at first I could see at first blush how maybe some of your friends would be like, this isn't a big deal. To me, this is a counseling session. Like this is like, we have shit to discuss.
I agree.
I'm also
on every level.
Just because my job is to put myself in someone else's shoes, there is the part of me that is trying to think through his partner's, mindset here. Like, again, you mentioned this person is mentioning someone who might be targeted by ICE or someone who might be in danger of hate crimes or whatever like that. And I know for my husband, the only reason he would want to have a gun in the house would be to protect me.
But here's the problem with all of this. Sorry, go ahead, finish.
No. But
please.
Again, what needs to happen, regardless of the motivation for having it, is the conversation about having it. Yeah. And is the conversation that's saying, hey, I've changed my mind, or hey, I want to do this thing, but I'm afraid you'll judge me and I don't want to do it behind your back, or whatever that conversation is that can bring you closer, even if you have differing views.
Right.
That conversation has to happen.
And this isn't a white lie of like you can't really, how do I say, substitute this for something else. Like, it's not like, oops, remember how I said that shirt was too expensive and I didn't want to get it? Well, I ended up getting it. I'm so sorry.
Well,
like that's not the same thing.
I kind of think you can substitute it for a lot of things. And I think that's one of the big problems in this relationship. I think that there's the problem of the gun, okay? I mean, if you went to a play and there was a gun on the table, everyone would be waiting for 2 hours to see how the gun was going to be used on the table. It's no different when you're in your home. When you have a gun, you think about using a gun.
Chekhov's gun.
That's what I'm going to say. Mm-hmm. The second thing I'm going to say is he has shown you a quality in himself that I personally find very unattractive and needs to be dealt with. I agree in counseling, Brian, which is it's very immature, in my opinion. And what I would describe it as is you're going to say no, so I'm going to do it anyway and not tell you.
And without even having a compromise about it. Like, who knows, maybe the letter writer would have said, like,
no.
here are the rules around it.
I don't want to talk about
it's not
it.
right.
And that's a person that hides stuff, whether they are a dishonest person or not. I'm not saying they're intentionally dishonest, but there is a streak in him, whether it's from his childhood or whatever it is, where if he wants something and he thinks someone's either going to take it from him or not let him have it, he does it anyway and he doesn't tell people. Yeah. And that applies to other situations.
Rana, in the 70s, did you ever go streaking?
Of course.
I thought so. That was a very popular thing back then.
Of course. Well, I mean, I had a tush and knockers that
can't even,
Yeah.
Can't even imagine.
Everything was just where it was supposed to be.
Yeah, right?
Like, it was just where it was supposed to be. You need to go to counseling, sweetheart. And if this person also, and then a bunch of other things are going to come up in counseling too. But this is a trust issue. And the other thing to me is if one person doesn't want a gun and one person does want a gun, the person who doesn't want the gun always wins in that situation. That is not, I'm not saying you don't have to discuss it and tease it out and figure out why he needs it and what's that about, and talk about his insecurity and his security issues, because that's very real for him. But you cannot live in a house with a gun if you don't want to. That's that's a real red line, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a tough one.
It is.
Dear Ron and Brian and guest, it's hard to describe how much you two mean to me.
Very nice.
I discovered your podcast after moving to a new city and feeling incredibly lonely. Rana, you taught me to step into adulthood and womanhood with confidence. And Brian,
and Mormonhood? Rana's not Mormon.
womanhood.
A woman. I'm so
No,
sorry. I thought to myself, Rana is a Jewish woman.
Oh,
She's
but
not
that
Mormon.
trying to get my
now-
hand on those garments for so long, but they won't sell them to just anyone.
It's true.
You have to go to it's like in Russia in the 70s, you have to go to
You
the
gotta go to the
Berezka
right-
shop. Yeah, you have to go to the official state shop, and that's the only place you could get your Matryoshka dolls in any event.
That's right.
You taught me to step into adulthood and womanhood with confidence. And Brian, your wit brings me so much joy.
That's so nice.
That's so sweet.
A little trite. Hearing you
Excuse
and
me.
Aden do improv at Naps Pod
R.I.P.
convinced me that Brian might be the funniest improviser. Wow.
I think that's true. I do
That's
think
not
that's
trite.
No, I do
Oh,
think
all
that's
right.
very true. That's
You
very
both
true.
Right.
actually inspired me to join an improv group after moving. And I met
I
so many
didn't
friends.
mean for that
there.
to happen. I did not mean for that
This-
to
No,
happen.
That's
that
so
went-
fun, though.
That went south very fast.
I'm kidding. That's very cool. Congratulations. I bet you're fab.
I've both wanted and not wanted to have a question for you, but here goes. I recently got engaged to my boyfriend of almost 2 years. Mazel tov.
Nice.
He's wonderful, kind, supportive, and we have the healthiest relationship I've ever known. We've gone through job changes, family health scares, and moves, and we've come out stronger and more in love.
Love that.
That said,
He got a
scared.
gun.
That said,
It's a trend.
I unzipped a suitcase. No. That said, I'm scared. I've been single and fiercely independent most of my adult life with my identity tied to my career and social life. I've gone from a toxic job that shattered my confidence and self-worth to a period of feeling lost and working in food service to finally landing in a job I love where I'm rebuilding my sense of purpose and direction.
Wonderful.
And
This is
joined
so
an
great.
You're
improv
he's
group,
firing on all
excuse
cylinders,
me.
this person.
Yeah.
I'm proud of how far I've come, but it's been a lot of change. I'm also the main earner right now. Here we go.
Mm.
And while we're fine day to day, I'm not yet where I want to be financially.
Mm-hmm.
I've realized while I was single that gaining financial independence and security is a huge priority for me. Money
Okay,
has
that's good.
always been my biggest stressor, and that adds to my anxiety about the future, marriage, kids, all of it.
Sure.
I adore my fiance and knew early on I'd want to spend my life with him. I look forward to seeing him every day leaving work. We laugh together. We have a beautiful life, and I only want more of
Nice.
that. We have a beautiful life. What a nice thing to say.
Yeah.
But I'm scared. I'm scared to embrace a new identity of, quote, wife. I know he's not in any way pressuring me to give up my independence, but I just don't know what this new life will mean. I only wanted kids after meeting him, and I know he will be an incredible dad. But having kids is terrifying. All the money we don't have, and what if I F them up? She used the whole word, pardon me. What if they hate me? They will. What if we fall out of love? What if I raise a bad kid? What if I lose them? I'm in my early to mid 30s, and I finally don't have, and I feel I don't have much time before I need to start trying. But I'm scared of stepping into this new identity. Wife, maybe someday mom. I worry about losing my independence, making the wrong choices, or not being ready. I've also recently chosen to stop drinking, and while I'm proud and confident in that, it's another big transition in a season full of them. Very nicely penned letter.
I gotta say, I'm so impressed
Beautiful
by
writing.
this person. Yes.
Yeah.
Everything is new and wonderful, but also overwhelming, and maybe I don't feel worthy of all this. No question mark, just a statement on that. How do I embrace this next chapter without feeling like I'm losing myself? Does all this worry mean I'm not ready, or is it just part of growing into something bigger? With love, friend of BJ girl at the Boston show.
Oh my
She
God,
was
you're
sitting
kidding.
next to the girl.
We
who
did a
gave-
live show in Boston. Who
Who
was
knows how many blowjobs in a white van?
by her own admission. She just
Yeah.
started talking about it. This was not that kind of show.
It was
Okay.
It
You
was-
know?
she had been overserved.
She had definitely been overserved.
All right then.
But we love
All
her.
right
She
then.
honestly, she's in the canon. She's in the
Yeah, oh no,
greatest hits.
she's a real character now.
Yeah, for
forever,
sure.
forever.
I'm so glad you guys just told me that kind of a distracting story because this letter was making me well up a little bit.
Aw, it's a very sweet letter.
It's I also remember having some of the same feelings.
Yeah.
Mm.
Tell us
And-
about that.
Well, first of all, my husband is very accomplished. My husband is the most amazing person that I've ever met. And sorry to everybody who thinks their husband is the best. My husband is the best. It's just the way it is. But that said, even when he proposed to me, there was a part of me that was like, I don't know if I mean, I said yes immediately, but I don't know what it's going to do to us. I don't know what it's going to do to me. I'm just kind of, I had some very unsuccessful relationships before this, and I'd never been with someone who was as interested in my happiness and as he's more excited about me being happy than I am, and more excited about me succeeding than I am. There's just a level of like, he gets excited when I'm doing well.
That's the right one. And I gotta say, that makes all the difference in a relationship.
That's how Sherman felt about Derek.
Yeah, I know, Rana.
Sherman was Brian's dog.
Yeah.
See, and so you get it.
Is your dog?
You get it. And so I understand that fear because I just viscerally remember having it. And the one thing, again, grabbing onto something she wrote, the one thing that kept striking me is something that I learned along the way as well, which is we ask all these what if questions. What if this changes? What if it goes south? What if we don't have enough money? What if it goes right? What if there is no other shoe?
Yeah.
What if there's no other shoe? That can be scarier than even just sitting here kind of planning for the worst, because we're used to planning for the worst. But what if it's amazing?
What if it's great?
What if it's better than anything you could have imagined? Because that's what happened to me. And don't get me wrong, like we have our differences, we have our fights, we have our bumps, we have all of those things, but never in a million years did I imagine it could be like this. Certainly not based on my previous relationships.
Isn't that wonderful?
It is, but I don't remember the name of the gal who wrote in or her moniker. That I
don't know how they signed it either.
Friend of the girl with the BJ.
Friend of the girl with the BJ. Yes.
Friend of BJ girl at the Boston show.
That's
got it. Got it. Friend of BJ girl. Friend of BJ girl.
Okay. I just did an aside telling everyone a little bit of the background that BJ friends sent.
And we saw an adorable picture of them.
And we saw a picture of them where genuinely these people are beaming with the energy is radiating off of them when they used to talk about your frequency on The Secret. Yeah. These people are on the same frequency. They are radiating wonderful energy. And they look like they came with the frame. That's how cute they look in this picture.
Can I be honest?
He's too tall for her? To me. Is that the problem?
No, it doesn't make sense to me that they're smart. That's the weirdest part.
That they're both smart?
Right. It doesn't make sense.
No, they're kind of too cute to be smart.
God isn't supposed to give with both hands.
You know.
Look at you.
But look at Anjali.
Look at all of us.
Look at all you guys.
So this is life, right?
Yeah.
You grow out of one phase and into another. And it's really scary, but it's also really exciting.
I also think, you know what, I think we are raised to be prepared for certain things to be scary. We are never prepared. We are never told that happiness can be scary, but it can be
100%.
so terrifying, especially if you've never had the experience before.
That's right.
But that's all it is a brand new experience. That's all it is.
Even with the happiness, sometimes you're just, and it's so sad, but I mean, many people are built this way. You're waiting for the other shoe to drop or whatever.
I certainly have lived most of my life that way. Yes. Absolutely. Yeah. And to just like, it is an act of bravery. Joy is an act of bravery, especially in a world where there are such disappointments, where there is danger, where there is so much. It is an act of bravery to lean into the love that you have in front of you.
It is.
Because the fact is also that when you feel loss, it's because you had something you valued. So that's what we fear.
Or you feel lost for who you were, in the sense that whatever these old patterns are that weren't serving you anymore, they're still comfortable. And so I think that's what she's really afraid of letting go of, is the person that she was and the person that she wants to be. Mm-hmm. And you're already in your little chrysalis, sweetheart. You're already moving towards that. And these giant questions that you're asking about motherhood and children and whatever, these are like meaning of life questions that never go away. And then you become a mother and you think, oh my God, am I the world's worst mother? Or in my case, am I the world's best mother? And there's no one else up here on Everest with me.
Sure.
You know, whatever it is, it's lonely at the top, you know?
Can I ask you a personal question, Rana?
Sure. You can
Actually, it's actually more for Anjali.
Okay.
It's so wonderful, as you mentioned, all the qualities of your husband, who is a true champion and cheerleader for you, like that, who just roots you. Do you think that there are people who date other people who maybe it becomes like sycophantic? Like, I worry that Rana is dating someone who is way, way, way too much of her champion. Or is there something mentally wrong with someone who cannot accept that kind of love and who pushes people away who praise them? For instance, me, for instance, Mr. Cleveland, Rana.
I don't totally understand the question.
What I'm trying to say, and I'll give it a third shot, is you give people a hard time when they're nice to you.
Okay. And you just want
so you agree.
You just want everyone in the world to hold the door for you. Would that be fun? Just walk through all the open doors, all the lights are green.
I would love it.
Yeah. Well, you're going to be about the least interesting person and have the least interesting life that ever lived, if that's the case, my love.
I believe I understand the question that was sort of deeply buried in all of that.
Yeah.
And you were doing a very good job of trying to say it in a calmer, in a way.
Love you and love this guy.
I think
love is the hardest. Truly, we expect love from the people that are a nuclear family, and it's can be an incredibly frustrating experience.
And we rarely get that need met.
But we seek it and we yearn for it,
It's
etc.
absolutely true.
When
It's
you
lifelong.
find someone
Yes.
who you can completely be yourself with, and all they want to do is love you and understand you, nothing is totally perfect, but that is what life, if you can find that, that's what life is about. And if you decide to become a parent, it's the thing that you'll give to your child. And it doesn't really matter what they give back to you. If you're doing it right, you're just giving it to them. And they are their own person. You will never be able to control if they are great or they're not great, or they're an addict or they're not an addict, or whatever the problems are in life. But no one can roll the dice, so to speak. And you just don't ever know what is coming your way. So you only can make the decisions with your heart and based on your circumstances at the time. You're happy. Allow yourself to be happy.
Yeah.
And
don't
start
jinx
don't start needling for problems about
and
has this guy ever said to you, well, when we get married, I guess you're going to enjoy folding the shirts?
Yeah, it doesn't seem like the type.
You know.
doesn't feel no, and
Nothing's
he was
gonna
wearing a
change
vest and a
except
Henley. You don't even have to fold that.
Nothing is going to change.
True. He wears
about it.
wrinkle-free clothing.
Yeah, don't even
Everything
worry
in
about
life will change around you, but nothing is going to change between the two of you except that you will feel more deeply committed to each other and the enterprise of the thing.
I gotta say,
Nothing is perfect.
I've
This is an
never
exciting time in your life.
wanted to be in New England more than looking at this picture. Just the crisp air.
It's beautiful.
Gorgeous.
It's truly beautiful. And I wish we could get a letter like a year from now or 2 years from
we
now
can.
when
We
she
will.
if she leans in, because I genuinely think that love can make you more yourself.
I
Totally.
agree.
Because it gives you the freedom to really explore who that is.
And to be known
Yeah.
is a really major thing in life.
My only concern.
Brian, I feel that I know Brian, but does Brian know me?
No, you won't let me.
Do you feel known by me, Brian?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, that wasn't the answer I was looking.
I think the problem is that you think I'm more complicated than I am. So you think I'm a mysterious person when really I am full what you see is what you get. And I think that's where you struggle.
I also feel like that is a
I
common
can't
thing
believe
for
a
women.
person could be that basic. Is that what you mean?
I think a lot of us women have that feeling, though, Rana. I mean, for years, my husband was like, this is not as deep as you think it is.
Nothing deeper than what
and I'm
you're
like,
getting.
no, but it must be because it's this deep in my head.
I know.
It's going everywhere in my head.
That's right. That's right.
Smart women. Smart women.
I'm worried
That's
about the
the
New
curse.
Hampshire part. Please don't become like a.
Now she's wearing a shirt with a lighthouse on it when she got engaged. Don't worry about her. She's very happy where she is.
Yeah.
And she's got a great job. And guess what? She can't even see it because she's so young. But she's going to stick with that company. And she's going to end up making a lot of money at that place. Yeah.
And setting off fireworks left and right because in New Hampshire you can.
Yeah. Oh, good for her. You're right.
Anjali,
Yes.
what a delight. What a pleasure. What a window to the world. A world that I don't know enough about, but that we got the #1 star of.
Oh,
you really are the dungeon master. You give great advice.
Where can people go for tickets for
they can go to the 20sidedtavern.com.
Okay, perfect.
And you'll see what cities have been announced. There are more cities to come. And the show will be in Los Angeles.
Where will it be in LA?
It will be at the Montalban Theater.
Oh, fabulous.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yes. Right in Hollywood. Right on Vine. Yeah. They can go to Katsuya and then come see you.
Exactly.
Sure.
Exactly. You know what's up.
Katsuya.
And we have a rotating set of guests going through the 6 weeks that we're in Los Angeles. I will be doing the New Year's performances.
Oh, wow.
So come the final week and party with us.
Fabulous.
And then I may or may not get a chance to drop in here and there. I don't know. I don't know what secrets they have for me.
Sneaky.
Sneaky.
And we've got to watch the show.
Yes, please watch Tales from Woodcreek and go watch the Puppy Roll and donate on our Tiltify page because those animals need love and they need support and they need forever homes.
So sweet. It's true.
And if you watch the Puppy Roll, we have characters on the show in the story that are adoptable pets.
Oh, nice.
I buried the lead there when I was talking with you guys about it before.
Yeah. So, Brian, should we tell Anjali what we do at this time?
So at the end of the show, here's what we do. We decide to give, and we have like a little catalog of things. We send a gift to one of the letter writers that is technically non-transferable, though, Rana, you've really been wavering lately. But we send them a little gift, and it's for the letter writer. Like they can't give it to someone else in their life, basically. So do we have more of a feeling, or do we want to send a little something?
And it doesn't have to be the saddest person. It can just be the person you have a feeling.
We have a feeling for.
Yeah.
Do we want to send it to who we just discussed, the person in New Hampshire, or do we want?
Should we send it to the woman who got engaged, or the guy who found a gun under his bed, Anjali?
That's
what do you
the
think?
question. Who would you like to send something to?
I mean,
and everyone wins.
Yeah, no, this is tough, but I believe our young lady friend would understand. I think providing a little bit of extra joy to our first caller writer
who might be married to the taxi driver. Yeah.
I feel like it might be a good idea to send them a little bump, even if it's just to say, "Hey, we support you in going to counseling to have this conversation. We're here cheering you on because you're not alone in this."
Agree. Brian, what are you feeling for this person? I have an idea, but I'm curious. Besides a gun safe, I don't want to send a gun safe.
No, or like a ropes course. Let's see. I think maybe for some reason I'm thinking the Ina Garden coconut cake, but
my first instinct was the cake.
Really?
But because I think maybe this person's headed for some bumpy times within their relationship.
Well, who knows?
But this is what's great about couples counseling. It's a little bumpy, but you can come out the other side to a much deeper place
better
of understanding and in a better relationship. So there's nothing to fear there.
Right.
But it can make you feel anxious. But then I thought, and maybe this is not right, then I thought, what if we sent him a Palo Santo Lalabo because he could burn it in the house? First of all, to clear out the bad juju. Second of all,
but do you think it smells a little too much like gun smoke?
Well, when he burns it, it's like he has a secret, which is like there's another person in this room that's on my side in this conversation. Rana and Brian are here right now.
Excuse me, and Anjali.
You light the candle and Anjali, and the other person doesn't know, unless they listen to the podcast. And you just think, I have a secret too. Yours was the gun under the bed. Mine is my parasocial friends have my back in this conversation.
Yours is
but I just think maybe the candle will shore up his confidence.
Sure. And especially after he's done all that cleaning. I feel like it's nice for the home. You've cleansed the energy of the space at the same time.
I love it.
Yeah.
Anjali, we absolutely
adore
you.
You guys. That was so much fun.
Stay updated. You're just a true pleasure.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for being here.
Alrighty.
Kiss.
Take care.
You too.
Oh my goodness.
She is effervescent, fun, smart.
Unbelievable.
The works.
And there are going to be people in our audience that are going to absolutely lose their mind at that collaboration.
They're gonna absolutely lose it. Now, Rana, are you ready for this cliffhanger? Do we have one? Yeah, we should, right?
God, I hope if this is still that show.
Here it is. Okay.
I know it's hard to keep track, sweetheart.
Here we go. Hello, Ron and Brian. I'm a day one listener and second time question asker.
Uh-oh, hold on.
You guys answered a question of mine in Patreon episode 3 back in 2020. Well, I got to say one question every 5 years.
All right. I guess that's okay. Yeah.
About dealing with climate anxiety. Oh my God, I remember this letter. And you were spot on then with your perspective. The advice was taken. The therapy I started soon after your advice has been a life changer, as is all the supplemental advice I've gotten from the years of listening. I return to you with another question, this time work-related, as the person I would typically ask for this advice is the central figure of my quandary.
Ooh, I like that line.
Thesis. Should I hire someone whom I worry may soon become my replacement?
Ooh, this is a cliffhanger.
Backstory. I've worked for 7 years as a software designer and currently find myself as the design lead at a small tech startup. I've been in the job for about 6 months and I love it. Things are thankfully going well at the company, so much so that we are considering expanding our team, which means hiring another designer.
Okay.
As the design lead, that responsibility is falling to me. I've been tasked to consider who we might want to hire to support the growing amount of work we have to do. Enter Adam.
Okay.
Adam was my former manager at my last job for over 2 years, someone I still consider one of my main career mentors, and is even partially responsible for getting me the job I have today. Adam also took a new job around the same time I took this one, but things didn't work out the way he had hoped, and he expressed multiple times that he'd love to work for our company instead. Here lies my problem. Adam is an incredible designer with over 20 years of experience. He's managed large teams, done hiring and firing, has even had more experience working with our CEO than I do. Essentially, he's a perfect fit for
maybe he's
my job.
Overqualified, maybe.
On one hand, with his experience, he would truly be the best candidate to fulfill the needs of the company. He's even said multiple times he's willing to take a pay cut to work with people he likes and get back to the basics of design. On the other hand, hiring him means handing over many of the job responsibilities I'm most used to doing and positioning myself more as a leader and manager, a role I still feel very new to and have little experience with outside of this company. I worry that I'd essentially be hiring someone who I feel could do my job better than me, and that the friendly mentor-mentee relationship we have now may cause me to backslide into constantly asking him advice on what I should be doing. I even worry that eventually people at the company would sniff out his superior talent and wonder why he isn't doing my job.
Gosh, could you imagine if you hired me somewhere? Hello?
No, I mean, I think it's so fun. I wouldn't.
Well, then we don't have to answer this question.
No, we do, because I have different advice, maybe. I'm kidding, Ron. Of course I would hire you.
I don't think you would.
The ultimate fear is looking foolish in comparison and either being demoted or let go entirely. The tech world is brutal. Ron and Brian, what do you think? Should I bring him on for the betterment of the company as a whole, or am I risking too much? Should I focus on myself in these challenging times, even if it means hiring someone with less experience? Hoping to hear back from you, and forever a Carriage House member, JP. This is a good question, everybody.
Great letter.
Great letter. There are a lot of great letters today, I have to say. Please go to patreon.com/AskRana to hear us answer that one. And of course, you can, have a wonderful...
Rate, subscribe, review. Would that kill you?
Send us your gorgeous questions. Follow us on Instagram.
AskRana@gmail.com. Follow us at Instagram.
All of those things.
Yeah. And we had such a time in the AI Social Club the other night. I always think, why are we doing this? And then we had such a great time.
Just for those of you who didn't quite clock it, at the last Kiki, which was just a mere few days ago, really.
Unbelievable.
The person who was the distiller for the alcohol we used this month, which is adorable, called Maggie's Place.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Maggie's Farm. Excuse me. Maggie's Farm. It was revealed to us that the distillery used to be a wig warehouse.
It
And he gets wigs
absolutely-
returned to this distillery.
It blew the whole Kiki
And he
apart.
showed off some
He
of the
did.
wigs
He
that were
did.
returned.
To his credit, he went and got them and he started opening the boxes and showing them to you.
Tim is a folk hero.
He
in
knew
this.
he knew you wanted to see them and he took them right out. But
And then
also he was
and then
nice
left
enough
the
to
name
keep
of the
them in his
designer.
drawer. He could have just thrown them out.
He knew.
Yeah.
I loved him. I
Good
do
people.
love Tim.
Tim was good
I think
people.
about him actually.
Great branding.
Oh man.
And
All
the
right.
alcohol and the spiced rum was absolutely delicious. The falernum was delicious. We
What
did
a
the
treat.
drink was called the Old Bones Brew, and you could
Certainly was.
honestly you could probably just email Connor and have him send you the set. But it was so delicious, and I had more than one brew, which
I
put
gotta
me-
say,
put
those
me
were
in
dangerous
Monster
because
Mash
you didn't
territory.
really
Yeah.
taste the. It was one of those that you could
After 3
easily be
sips,
overserved.
I said, "Oh wait a minute, this is actually quite strong."
Yeah, there's two.
It was like a tiki
kinds of
cocktail.
alcohol in it. Yep,
So good.
exactly.
Yeah. All right, darlings.
All right, my love.
And listen to me, Veronica's coming right up. So if people
cannot
want to
believe it.
send us, we're going to be recording Veronica either next week or the week after.
Next
I can't
week.
remember. Next week. So this comes out on Tuesday. So you have about 2 minutes to send us any Veronica Rex you want to send us. I'll say it in the intro. We're doing back to front today. I'll say it in the intro too. But that's your chance. AskRon@gmail.com. And we can't wait. We'll have Veronica. We'll have the Kiki. We have these incredible sets we've been working on. And yeah,
There
that's
you
what I
go.
got. All right, darling. Kiss,
Kiss, kiss.
kiss.